Okay, we're back. We're here. Welcome to another episode of Elevated. I'm your host, the Elevated Engineer. But before we get started, as usual, sound check. Oh man, we got a couple of things to talk about today. Give me a second. You got it. All right, sound check is good. All right. So tonight, you already know what we discussing. Kwame Brown ethering the entire motherfucking industry. So let's get into it. So for the past week, Kwame Brown had been going in like I've never seen before. And here's a real crazy thing. I've never heard of him until 5 days ago. Kwame Brown is defending black people, particularly black men, and he just may be able to break the cycle. What do I mean? Let's give me a quick second. I want you all to watch this video really quick, and I'll come back and talk about it.
Bitch, my father went out and had kids while he
I'm sorry. Let me start.
I don't gotta pay for the sins of my father.
Hold on for a second. I'm gonna give a little bit of a pretext because it's important that I kind of set up the context. So Kwame Brown is responding to Leonard, aka Charlemagne the God, and how they are trying to demonize him. So I'll let it play now.
Father, you punk bitch. My father went out and had kids while he was married on my mother. I didn't even meet them until they were adults. So thanks for telling me how my brother died, sir, because I didn't know that, sir. You a mean, evil son of a bitch. A brother whom I've never met. You just kind of told the details to the world how he died. That was the first time I heard that, sir. You a dumb son bitch, boy. That's what happened when you so detached from the world, you punk bitch. That's what happened when you so detached from the world, boy. You talk like that. You impressed your white daddy yesterday. Did they give you a tip, or did they just smack you on the ass like they always do, you little bitch? You want to try to defame my character because of something my daddy did. Is it my fault he cheated too, bitch? Huh? Is that my fault too? So that's that game them white boys taught you how to play. Defame a grown-ass man. Nigga, my life story has been impeccable, nigga. I went from a homeless shelter, because when my daddy did whatever he did, we went from having acreages and go-karts and big trucks and having things. Because the one thing you didn't say about my daddy, bitch, is that he was an independent motherfucking man, nigga. And he owned trucks, nigga. And yeah, my daddy was a truck driver of shit that he owned. So he was an independent man too, bitch. So if you want to talk about that. And yeah, he did not play. And he'll beat a nigga ass. So yeah, maybe he felt weak that day. And I didn't know that story that he did that either. Because my mama didn't tell me that. Because I was a child, you punk bitch. So thanks for telling me the gory details of what my father did. That was the first time me hearing that, Charlemagne. Thanks a lot. You're a real good guy. Because, see, my mama's seasoning and my mama's cooking told me I didn't need to hear that. So guess what, bitch? She didn't tell me that. So thank you. Thank you for disrespecting another black woman. You're just proving my point that you a slave, bitch. You still a slave, you bitch-ass nigga. That's a goddamn shame, boy. That's all you do to black people. That's all you do. And it's high time you get your bitch ass out of our culture, you fuck nigga.
Woo! Okay. First of all, salute to my Geechies, man. Gullah Geechies, y'all really need to do some research on them. I honestly, I got introduced to the Geechies down here in Florida. Test. Okay, yeah, that sound. We got the sound back. Cool. I think I need a new microphone or a new hub or something. But as I was saying, Kwame's truth is that he was the very first round draft pick straight out of high school. And I gotta be honest, like I don't know if the sound picked it up or not before it went out, but I've never even heard of this guy until 5 days ago, which tells me that they've been burying him in the media. Okay, and it's 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 his right to speak his truth because you start looking at what this guy is. I mean, this guy is 6'11", man. He's 7 foot. 7 foot at 17, 18 years old. I've actually gone through. I can't lie. I've been trying to just find out as much as I can about this guy over the last few days. I went to some people who are a lot more knowledgeable than me about basketball, and they kind of broke it down. Um, Shout out to Dewan B. I went to his YouTube. He broke it down, and Carcino for Life. He broke it down. The whole trade situation. Apparently, he got drafted. They wanted to trade him for Elton Brand, but that didn't go through. Jordan was trying to get rid of him. He didn't want him there, so they basically tortured him for however long, treat him like crap. But it also goes deeper because he represented a new kind of player who was foregoing the college route, and the NCAA was gonna be losing money. So once LeBron came in 03, it was already, established that, LeBron's going to be a first round. He's going to come in straight from high school. But then they changed the rules after a couple of years of LeBron, right? And so then you had to do, I think it's like 1 year of ineligibility after high school. So he was representing that new kind of way of thinking. It was like, yo, screw the college thing. I'm gonna go make this money because he was trying to make money for his mom. So his truth is needed. Um, what really upsets me or upsets him is like the blacklisting. Now I'm gonna get a little more into the other part of the show, but also the gatekeepers, and that's something we need to really kind of look at because the gatekeepers, and there's nothing against any other group of people like Asians or Latinos, Hispanics, what have you. But these other groups have their own outlets, and truth be told, I mean, you go to channels like Univision. I mean, it's a Spanish speaking network. So inherently, it's automatically exclusionary to anyone that doesn't speak and understand um, Spanish or Espanol, right? So black people don't have that at all. Like you know, the another thing is too these other people, they have their own countries. Mexicans have their own country. Brazilians have their own country. Japanese have their own country. So yeah, you are Japanese American, no doubt. But if shit don't work out, they can always be like, hey, screw America. I'm going back. I'm going back to Japan or Mexico. Whatever happens. Black folks, we don't have that option. So our media, in a way, is really, really important for us. And there was a point in time where we actually had our own media, but over the decades, through laws passed, changing of technology, we haven't had a black controlled decentralized media probably since the 80s, the early 80s, maybe even the 70s. So this is really important because the gatekeepers are usually the people chosen by the quote dominant society. So when people like Charlemagne, um, they're basically doing the bidding of white people. Let's just keep it a buck. Like that's what they're doing. And when they demonize people like this, Stephen A. Smith goes on there and talks about, talks about as Kwame is displaying, young black men demonized every night in every form or fashion. Right now, you can go watch the local news and they talk about how a black man is committing a crime. I don't even need to watch it to know. That's one of the huge reasons why I haven't had cable and shit, damn near a decade. Like, I'm not gonna pay for that, But they always upgrade. The Matrix always upgrades, right? So this new black decentralized media, led by the Tariq Nasheeds, the um, even Kwame Brown, who's gone from maybe a few thousand subscribers a week ago to now being over 140,000. When I checked right before the show. He's at like 140,000 subscribers in about a week. Contrast that to I think I have like 15 subscribers. Granted, I'm not Kwame Brown. I'm an interesting guy, but hey, I'm not Kwame Brown. I'm not the number one draft pick. Come on. But it just goes to show that his voice is needed, and I think that he might be the one to get black folks over. And what do I mean? I really was I probably watched a few dozen of his videos in the last like 5 days, just because I'm just like, who the hell is this guy, right? And why is he being demonized like this? I mean, this is again, this normal to demonize black men. Everyone knows it. You can try to pretend like it doesn't happen, but let's be real. And a lot of that hate comes from these black outlets, black owned outlets. I believe iHeartRadio or Clear Channel owns Breakfast Club. Disney owns ESPN and Fox now, for the most part. And we just go back and look at the old Mickey Mouse racist ass cartoons of the past that they try to pretend don't exist. Yeah, we ain't forgot about them shits. These media outlets are just racist. And the reason they pick these people is so that black folks can never realize that they can't be anything more than an athlete, and by black men, athlete or a drug dealer, or work for somebody else. I mean, that's why they are here. Charlemagne has a job. Stephen A. Smith has a job. And we gotta hold these people accountable. We really do. It's kind of to the point where, I mean, I've been stopped fucking with the Breakfast Club, man. Come on, bro. Every now and then they'll have a good interview, like the one they had maybe a month or so ago with Dr. Umar Johnson. But other than that, like, nah, I don't. You notice that the politicians usually go to the Breakfast Club, and there's some of their worst thumbs down videos. I don't even watch them, but they come up on my timeline, on my YouTube timeline. So it's like, okay, well, I can see what y'all doing. But a lot of these people aren't who you think they are. Now, you look at some of these people's history, they all got something on them, don't they? Something kind of deviant on them. A lot of them, men and women. And man, he makes a lot of really good points. Man, you go through this guy's video. I'm watching this one where he's talking about Trump, right? And it pisses me off to no avail. Like, it bothers me so much that black folks are this brainwashed. He's not a Trump supporter. You morons. Just go watch his videos, do some research. And even if he is, so freaking what? What have the Democrats done so much for you, black people, that you are so loyal to these people who openly say, look, we want your vote. We ain't gonna do nothing for you. Come on. No, Kamala Harris. Am I gonna do anything for black people? No. And she was right. They ain't doing shit. Look, they just signed an anti-Asian American Pacific Islander COVID anti-racist act, whatever. For the racism they've been receiving over the last year. And you know what? Good for them. No problem. They should have that. Why? You shouldn't be discriminating against Asian people. But god damn, do black people do we face racism in this country? Are you motherfucking serious? Come on. I just seen a video the other day with the cops, man. I ain't saying dudes justified for running the cops, but they maced him, beat his ass, tasered him a bunch of times, dragged him across the lawn, and then they lied and said he died in a goddamn car crash. No, he died after y'all mutilated him and lied about it. Now the video's out, and they got caught lying again. Come on, bro. And people like Charlemagne the God sat there and pushed these goddamn Democrats on you. Now black folks already know not to trust the Republicans. No problem. But you've been voting for these Democrats for 50 years, and your situation, it hasn't changed. It's gotten worse. This is the first year, or first time ever in my life, where I'm seeing black people being charged with hate crimes. And we got this whatever vice president thing, Kamala Harris, in office talking about this ain't no racist country. These people, these gatekeepers are put up there to protect the dominant society's power and control over niggas. That's why they are there. And people like Kwame Brown, who in my eyes came out of nowhere, are showing you how demonic these people are. Let's just keep it a buck. Look at Charlemagne's face. Come on, bro. You a black man. You supposed to be ugly. He's still ugly, but you know. I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, I ain't gonna say fuck that. But he's showing you how this media system works. He's calling out everything they go do before they even do it, because this man has been demonized by the media since he was 17 years old. It's time for us to wake up. This might be what a lot of us was waiting on. Because look, this is a brother I like to have a conversation with. I ain't even gonna say interview. This is a brother I like to have a conversation with. And pick his brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I see you got your foundations. I see you doing whoop de whoop. Like, man, just, show me the way. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of stuff I like doing. I love giving back. Right? I ain't no 8-figure guy yet. But I'm telling you, I love giving back. So we got to break this cycle of these gatekeepers having a complete hold on you. You start your own stuff, man. Talk about what's really going on in your neighborhood, because listening to these people with their records talking about we must protect all black women and blah blah blah. Yo, look at their backgrounds. Look at Charlamagne's. Look, you ain't never gonna see me raping nobody. No history of me raping nobody. No nothing. No nothing. My record is impeccable. Fuck out of here. You know, I ain't cool enough for that shit. Nothing. No deviancy. Nothing. Because I'm too boring. So the fact that I've never heard of this guy and he's a number one draft pick tells me everything I need to know. So with that being said, next topic. Okay, so I finally got my buck breaking DVD in the mail, and I gotta say, Tariq Nasheed and the crew go in on this one. It's a little bit hard to watch. My stomach was definitely turning listening to some of this shit. But you know, it's a very detailed, informative documentary. No surprise there. I mean, it is Tariq Nasheed's documentary. I've seen them all at this point. And it gives a different point of view on the media. Like eunuchs. A lot of people don't even know what eunuchs are. For those that don't know what a eunuch is, it's basically in this context, a buck broken black man who serves his white owner, and in order to do so, in order to be as close to his master or whatever you call it, they have to chop his dick off. Okay, that's what a eunuch is. A eunuch is a guy who's had his dick chopped off, who's basically a manservant to his white servant. Just look it up. It's kind of horrible. No, it's really terrible what they did to us. What they're doing to us sexually. Sexual humiliation, exploitation. It all goes back to slavery. Even before slavery, they were doing it. There was times when they would rape the men in front of their whole families, in front of an entire plantation, just to humiliate them and to show the rest of the slaves this is what happened if you ever consider, rising up. And you see it now, don't we? We see it now. We know who's out there promoting this bullshit. I mean, what? You know what? Something is really wrong with Black America. Okay, and these types of projects are showing why. I'm gonna be 1,000%. Okay, this is a little bit off topic, but recently I posted that I was hiring for a character designer, and I got some really good people who actually applied. Man, I was very impressed by a few of them, but some of them, and I did end up getting a few black people. They're all black women though, but some of you black women, some of the submissions that you were sending me, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I don't know why you felt the need to send me some very homoerotic drawings. I don't know what the hell is going on with black women. I'm actually quite surprised. I was not expecting that. It was really surprising. Woo! Like seriously, like I mean, I can show you some, but I'm not gonna blow up their stuff. But it was like, who the fuck you think I am? Like, listen, I ain't got nothing against the alphabet group, Nothing against them at all. But if I say to send me your portfolio and some samples, and then you send me a lot of pictures of guys dressed in BDSM or whatever the shit, like making out with other guys and with bunny ears and all this weirdo shit. Like, what the hell, man? Seriously, I'm like looking for a character designer to be able to design some 2D images and you know, maybe even a little bit of storyboard. But I what the hell? Like, black women, what the hell? Oh man, I was definitely surprised. No, you understand, if you send me some of that freaky shit, and these are the drawings that you chose to submit to me, a heterosexual black male, you're not getting hired. Fuck that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pretend like you don't even exist. Okay, so uh, back on topic. So, so the thing that's interesting about this Tariq Nasheed documentary, and how it kind of ties in with the Kwame Brown situation, is going back to the gatekeepers. The only time I ever heard anything mentioned, at least with Kwame Brown recently and Tariq Nasheed always, the only time I heard him mentioned in some type of a mainstream medium is when they're being demonized, right? Now, how do I know I'm right? Tariq Nasheed's buck breaking documentary is the number one documentary on the fucking planet. Okay, if you go according to Amazon, which is next to whatever, some Baidu or some Baidu, whatever Jack Ma's Amazon copy is. No, it's not Baidu. What is it? Whatever. They're an online retailer. Amazon's the biggest online retailer in America, and thus is probably the biggest online retailer in the world. Let's keep it real, okay? Which means Tariq Nasheed's documentary is the most number one top selling documentary in the world. But I'm full of shit, right? Let's check it out. Yeah, I know I'm bringing my receipts. You already know this engineer does not play games. Really? Boom. What does that say? Amazon.com, best-selling documentary. Hell, it might even be the best-selling DVD right now. Night Gallery, Hemingway, whatever. Number one is the number one selling documentary on Amazon right now, and it has never been mentioned in any of the black media so-called outlets, nor is it ever mentioned in the mainstream media. Do we think that's a coincidence? Okay. Again, I've never heard of Kwame Brown until 5 days ago. I'm not a basketball expert. If a starting point guard in the NBA is a 10 in terms of basketball knowledge, okay, I'm at a 2. I can talk about it. I can hold a conversation, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the details, like the triangle offense and the front office, I don't know none of that shit, right? I just know I ain't never heard of Kwame Brown till 5 days ago. And I've never seen or heard anything about buck breaking outside of Tariq Nasheed, his channel or what have you, and me just buying it. So I mean, this is what they do. This is what they do right here. You're seeing it in live in real time right now. This is how the media treats heterosexual, strong, unafraid, independent black men. This is it right here. We're living in this shit. I can't say, oh, this is how they used to treat us. This is how I think they treat. No, this is happening right now. Buck breaking is happening right now. It is what it is. I keep saying 1,000%. I'm not perfect, man. But I can tell you this: I won't be demonizing brothers every chance I get. But some people got to be held accountable, and some people need to really, really, really kind of sit and think to themselves. What the hell are you doing? Why do you always? Why do I always? And this is one of the reasons I don't have cable or anything anymore. I got Hulu, but I don't even watch it like that. You could turn on the on whatever sports, whatever, right? Who they always talking about? Oh, Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. I love LeBron, man. That's my man, 50 grand, but let's keep it a buck. LeBron is not the best player in the NBA anymore. I mean, he can't be. He's been playing since 2003. I love him. That's my man. He gonna win another ring. You know what I'm saying? You gonna win another ring. You goddamn right, but he's not the best player in the NBA. Come on. KD, James Harden, Steph. Steph might be the best player in the NBA. I seen him do a pullback the other day. I'm like, man, god damn, Steph. I mean, even though Golden State got eliminated, but it's still, you know, they look at their team ain't even half their roster, man. Come on, they all hurt. They all, you know, it is what it is. But LeBron still gonna be my man till he retired. But even then, after that, because I got respect for LeBron, what he do outside the NBA. That's why he always gonna be my man. You know. But they show you this is what we do. This is how we go destroy you, black man. If you say anything that we don't approve of, this is gonna be like you didn't exist. Like I said, this shit about Kwame Brown, like, man, you don't have to agree with everything he says, and that's another problem with black people. Why would you want to believe everything someone says? Or why would you want to say, oh, I don't agree with him because of his opinion on this, so I'm throwing away all the other shit he says? You sound like a fucking bitch, honestly. That's what women do. Oh, I don't like him. He look at me wrong. All right, cool, shit. I'm a grown ass man. I pay my own bills. Fuck out of here. So we gotta. This is it. I believe that this is it. And no, it won't be exclusive to YouTube. Okay, it won't be exclusive to Instagram. It won't be exclusive to any of these other platforms. Our shit's gonna be decentralized. I know I put mine on all these other platforms. I put my shit on. No loyalty. Until we got our own, you know, stuff that we own and we operate and control, like every other group on the planet in this country, this shit don't mean nothing, man. So, with that being said, that is this week's episode of Elevated. Hope you enjoyed my commentary, man. Drop a like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and yeah, man. Salute to the to the big bro, Kwame Brown. I believe his YouTube is Kwame Brown Bus Life. Go subscribe as you go learn and be entertained. I'm telling you. Salute to Tariq Nasheed. Go get that buck breaking, man. You go learn. You go be entertained. And you know, stay tuned for my stuff. Because you are gonna learn and you are going to be entertained. So that's this week's episode of Elevated. I'm your host, I'm the engineer. That's it.